Hi lovelies! Welcome to Halving Anna. I am Anna and I'm 27 and I have been overweight since I was about 8 years old. That's kind of as far back as I can remember. I have pictures of me when I was 6 or so and I was of a normal weight, I would say, for my age at that point. But pretty much starting at around 7, 8, that time frame, it just started going up and it's been a roller coaster pretty much my entire adult life. So that's a good 20 years of all over the place. This is going to be a documentation of my journey, kind of to hold me accountable and to share with you guys something that I'm hoping is going to work. I'm not sure. Let's get that out of the camera. There we go. See, imperfections already. Whatever, it's fine. I'm not even gonna worry about it. So, first I guess I should tell you a little bit about my history with weight loss and dieting and all of that, and then we'll get into my current stats. I have a vivid memory of being 10 years old and looking at the scale and being weighed in at the doctor's office at 180 pounds. Now, mind you, I'm a tall girl. I am 6 foot, 6'1", depending on who's hiding me in the time of day and all that. And when I was 10, I was about 5'10", so I had shot up pretty quickly. But still, 180 pounds for 5'10", plus being, like, I was a chubby kid at that point. And I was a girl. I mean, they're not supposed to be as big as the boys, though I have since realized I'm pretty much like man dimensions. Ignore this on the back of my hand. That's for my business. So I was bullied on and off throughout all of everything. I mean, all of elementary school and middle school. It wasn't really until high school that it got better. Just by middle school, I had learned to turn the bullying, by 7th, 8th grade, the way our middle school was in Texas, I had learned to turn the bullying into like a self-defense thing. So I would comment on my own weight before anyone had a chance to say anything to me. So when I switched, I went to a completely different middle school than I was supposed to go to I had my parents transfer me to a different middle school that there was no bus to. I either had to walk all the way over to this middle school or my parents had to get an alternative method for me to get home because I was just being bullied so mercilessly at my previous school. And I love this school because it was a fresh start. It gave me the ability to basically say, like, I would meet someone and you could kind of see who the bullies are going to be. You can watch them and I would just go like, hello, yes, my name's Anna. I'm fat. How are you? Like, just to get it out of the way. And then they were like, oh, well, if she already knows it, then I guess there's no point in making fun of her. Because I was like, yes, I'm fat. Congratulations. You have eyes. I have tried to write down every diet I've ever been on or tried or attempted, and it's funny because I'm not sure I remembered them all. It's at least 8 or 9. When I was 14, 15, like 9th grade time frame, the whole family went on Atkins. My whole family is overweight. It's just genetic or historically we've all been that way, or it's a pattern of behaviors, however you want to justify it. I mean, everyone, grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, everyone. So, we tried the Atkins diet. I lost I don't remember starting and ending weights on a lot of these earlier ones. I just kind of remember roughly how much I lost. Atkins, I lost about 40 pounds, maybe, in 3 months or so, I think we did it. And then it was just not sustainable. We got so tired of just eating eggs and bacon and eggs and bacon and eggs and bacon and eggs, and that's all we ate. I felt like that's all we ate, and meat and like we barely even ate vegetables because vegetables have carbs in them and you're not supposed to have carbs on the Atkins diet. It was like 10 grams of carbs in a day or something crazy. I can't remember because that was 13 years ago. But once we got off that, we all put it back on plus 10, 15, 20 pounds, something like that. So then I was in marching band in high school, and that kind of just leveled my weight. I just didn't continue to gain. Because marching band in Texas, for those of you who don't know, it counts as a gym credit for very good reason. And I was a base 4, so I had the big, like, base that I had to carry around and march with. So it was really, like, actually really good exercise. After that, though, I moved to Germany, and my weight just shot up, and I ended up at 17 years old at 320 pounds. I was 320 pounds. I remember it was New Year's 2007 when I decided I had to do something about it. Plus, I was getting ready to go to college. I wanted to have a fresh start. I wasn't dating anyone. I was like, maybe it's a stupid reason. Boys are a stupid reason to lose weight. However, health is not a stupid reason, but don't lose weight just for a boy. Like, seriously, make better decisions. And I got on a website called sparkpeople.com, which I still love. I still believe in their approach to weight loss, which is a rounded eating plan rather than restricting any one type of food, but they do put restrictions. And that, I found that restricting myself actually makes it worse for me, and I'll talk about that in my next video on why I'm doing the diet that I'm doing. This one's just going to be about what I've tried. But I did Spark People. I went from 320 to about 260 in 4.5 months, from January until right around my birthday, which is May 4th. I lost about 60 pounds. It was great. It was literally the best I'd ever felt. I was at 260, 255, 260, somewhere in there. I went from a 28 to like a 22. I felt so skinny. I was like, I still had so much left to lose. I still had probably another 70 pounds to lose, or at least 50. But I loved it. I felt so great. And then I started college, and freshman 15 for me was more like the freshman 30. But I was like, I can lose the 30. It's fine. But I didn't do anything about it. I just thought, I'll lose it at some point. Well, that's not, you can't just stop. That's what I've learned. You can't do something and then stop doing it and think you're going to maintain, or that you'll continue losing, because you won't. That's not how your body works. That's not how weight loss works. That's not how any of this works. I tried Spark People throughout college, maybe another 2 times, because I'd had so much success the first time. And I lost about 30 each time, and then something emotional or something hard would happen, or I would get busy, and I would fall off the bandwagon one day, and then it became a downward spiral of, well, I'm just a horrible person and I can't complete this diet, so I guess I just need to go eat a whole pizza or something stupid. I never really ate a whole pizza, but point being, I would just switch back to my old eating habits. In about 2010, so 6-7 years ago, I tried Weight Watchers. I lost 40 pounds with Weight Watchers, but I couldn't really stick with it. It was a lot to manage, to figure out how much everything was, like how many points things were, and then I felt like I wasn't losing very much because I was exercising, and when I was exercising, I was earning more points, and I felt compelled to eat my points when I exercised, and I don't agree with their, like, you get to eat a whole bunch more, like an extra 1,000 calories if you go to the gym. To me, that doesn't make any sense. So when I got off of that, put that all back on. So then we went from 180 to about like 250 to like 320, and we've been up and down inside of those. Well, then I woke up one day in grad school, and I was at about 380 pounds. And I went from 380, I was freaked out. I was like, 400 is right around the corner. I cannot be 400 pounds. So I got back on Spark People, and I thought, you know what? If you did it 6 years ago, you could do it now. And I did. I was doing Zumba. I was doing water aerobics. I was in grad school working 3 jobs. I don't know how I did it. Like, maybe it's just because I didn't have time to be an emotional eater or binge eat or any of that, because I was just so busy. But I went from about 380 down to 330, 320. And that was a noticeable loss on my body at that point. It was pretty dramatic, and I felt very proud of myself. And then I finished grad school, and my housing situation changed, and my work situation changed, and everything changed. And to me, it's been anytime there's a big change, that's what affects my ability to complete whatever my diet is that I've been doing. Like, if it throws me out of my routine, I have to start all over. So that was 2013, kind of ended that. Didn't really weigh myself from 2013 until about 2015, sometime mid 2015. And then I realized, holy shit, I'm kind of back up at 385. I'd already gained everything back I'd lost and a little bit more, because that's what happens every time you lose weight. You go down and then you come back up and then you go just past where you were, because your body's giving you an insurance policy. It's saying, oh no, we can't die in a famine. We have to save you. So we're going to give you a little extra fat this time. So then I contacted a non-surgical weight loss program that it's a clinic that does surgical weight loss, like the gastric bypass or the sleeve or the RNY or anything like that. And it also does this non-surgical option that you can have, which is a diet plan. And I had such high hopes. I thought, there's a psychologist involved in this. There's, you're supposed to be able to get a nutritionist and a physical therapist and all these pieces. And I paid all the money and I got on the thing and she gives me the meal plan. And hello, that's my cat. This is Houdini. He's one of 3. Hi. Say hi, Houdini. He's in the camera. Okay, bye, Houdini. And I got that meal plan and I did it for about a month. And it was horrible. It was by far the worst thing I've ever done. I literally broke down over a piece of toast one morning. Because it wasn't like you had options. You had a list. Like, these are your, like, 4 breakfast options. And these are your, like, 4 lunch options. And this is dinner. And you have to have this much protein at every meal. And you can have your choice of fruit. And you can't have any freebies. And it was horrific. I hated it. I utterly hated it. I cried. I've never cried on a diet. I've never felt so deprived that I did that. So I just stopped. I couldn't do it. I was like, well, I'm just going to be fat forever because I can't do that diet. And if I can't do the non-surgical weight loss with all the I didn't get to meet a therapist. Which I knew that I have a mental piece to my eating. And that actually, I finally got sorted out in the interim time with my primary care physician. So between stopping that diet weight loss program and now, I went to my primary care doctor and talked with her about all the anxiety I had. And it's not like it was generalized anxiety, but it was also like stress-induced anxiety, panic attacks, irritability, mood swings. I mean, it was very bad. And the only thing that I seem to have found that was able to help me with that outside of pharmaceuticals was food. And food is not a solution. Food is not comfort. Food should be fuel. And food it can taste good, that's fine. But you shouldn't feel like you need to eat to give your life purpose. Or you need to eat because it's the only thing that will bring you joy. So when she got me, we tried a couple of medications, got me on the right medication, and honestly, it has totally changed. Not completely changed. It hasn't fixed completely, but it has alleviated a lot of my problems with food. I no longer am compulsive in my thoughts about food. I'm no longer sitting there like obsessing. So I do sign language, so I'll sit here and sign sometimes. I'm not obsessing over what am I going to eat next. Ooh, I really want a cheeseburger. Oh, I want this. I want that. I get my emotional satisfaction because my chemicals are balanced and I'm not having these highs and lows and the anxiety attacks anymore. So now on January, I think it was whatever last Tuesday was, the 3rd, Monday was the 1st, so Tuesday was the 2nd. Does that sound right? It's either the 2nd or the 3rd. I'll check the calendar when I get off this. But I started doing whatever this is, and I'm going to explain to you what my plan is that I've come up with. I spent the 2 weeks of Christmas, not even 2 weeks, about a week and a half of Christmas break. I've been thinking about it for a long time, but I spent the 2.5 weeks of Christmas break looking at bariatric surgery because I felt like, and still to some degree feel like, it might be my only option, but I'm really trying. I want to give it one last shot to really prove to myself that I can't do it on my own, because I think I can. I'm young enough, I'm strong enough, I need to do it on my own before I do life-altering, body-changing work on myself. So excuse me, my starting weight. The night of New Year's, I weighed myself and I was 402. I had cracked 400 and I felt appalled. No, I know that was evening. It was after eating a whole bunch of crappy food. It was New Year's. It was after the Christmas and Thanksgiving. But I can't. 400 has always been my breaking point. Like, that was the point where I was like, no, if you can hit 400, you can hit 600. You can end up being one of those people that's on TLC for like my 600-pound life and I can't get out of the chair or wipe myself. Like, that's not the life I want. So, and I'm already having pain. Like, I'm 28 years old. My knees hurt, my hips hurt, my back hurts. I just kind of deal with it, but I shouldn't have to deal with it. I'm 28. You're not supposed... Oh, God, have I been saying 28? I'm 27. I'll be 28. I don't even know my age anymore. I'm 27. I shouldn't be feeling this kind of pain yet. Not this young. And I should be able to do more without being out of breath. So that was the New Year's Eve, and I decided the day we go back to work, I'm starting. I was like, I don't even care if it's a Tuesday. I'm not waiting until the next Monday. I'm starting that Tuesday. So I gave myself I'll tell you more in the next video, but I basically told myself you have to do it the next Tuesday. After that week, I had lost 11 point something from the New Year's weight. So, including the fact that was evening and the morning, I had lost 11 point something pounds. I was at 390.8. So, obviously I found something that's working. Now I just need to see if it continues to work and if it's maintainable. But that's kind of my history with weight loss and my struggles. Like, I'm sure you can relate. This has been 20 years of fighting with my weight and 20 years that I can't get back, and I want to be able to do things. I want to ride a roller coaster. I haven't ridden a roller coaster since I was probably 14. That's probably the last time I could fit in one. I can't fit in a lot of chairs that have arms. I don't like... I can't go do the zip lining or the rock wall climbing or the obstacle courses or the Tough Mudder runs, or like, there's all these physical things. I always thought I wasn't an outdoor person, and I realized it's because it's not that I'm not an outdoor person, it's that I know that I can't do those things, so I don't do those things. But those are things I want to do, and they're on my bucket list. I'd like to have a kid or two, maybe one day. I don't know. Right now all I've got is cats. So those are the things that I'd love to be able to do at some point. And at my current weight, I'm not going to be able to. So I just want to share this with you all. Anyone who might be struggling with their weight and who wants to follow along and ask questions and commiserate together, I'm happy to do it. I'll tell you more about what I'm doing in my next video, but I guess that's going to be it for now. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye!